Are we ready? Because it's on.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
We didn't go anywhere.
Hi. You didn't go anywhere?
We're still, well, we did in the non-physical. I'm going to come into the actual
Come
image.
and join us, David. Hi.
Hi. You have to remember to speak up for my crummy little camera movie thing.
That's okay. I speak up, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I have to remind myself.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
You want to go first?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you have stuff?
I had a feeling of really deep peace. And then I sort of went off in, oh, pardon me, on this thing about circles and circles within circles. And I was seeing gyroscopes and how they move, and I was watching gyroscopes move, and then there would be other circles, and my mind would go to, well, there's the gyroscopes, and then there's the circle, and we're on a globe, and it's circling, and then we're in a universe, and there's like galaxies that are circling. And so I just kind of went, like, was way out there with the galaxies,
the cosmic dance.
Cosmic galaxies, just watching these go around, and it just kept going through my head that everything is cyclical, that you're never in one place, that whether you know it or not, you're constantly moving. Because even sitting here, we're not in one place, we're moving, even though it appears to us that we're sitting in one place. So whether you're referring to that on the grander cosmic scale of the globe is moving and the earth is moving around the sun and the moon is moving around the earth, and everything is going in cycles and circles, and the year is turning, and the seasons are changing, that we're not stuck anywhere ever.
It's
And
impossible.
it's our and that it's completely our choice to feel that we are stuck. But in reality, in real reality, we're not. And all it takes is just to realize that we're always constantly moving and changing and evolving, and our blood is circulating around in our body, and it's moving, and everything is constantly moving. And that was just sort of where I was. These things just images kept going through my mind, and just don't, that you're never stuck.
Don't ever think you're stuck.
Don't ever think you're stuck. Don't ever think you're not moving.
Perspective.
You're moving all the time.
Inside and out.
You're recycling your breath through your body. You're breathing it out and you're breathing it in. Everything is going in cycles and circles.
Right now we're falling at about 600 miles an hour to the east.
Wow. See?
Hang on.
Hang on, everybody. Yeah. So that's what my meditation was about, and that was the meaning that for me in this meditation is that everything is in cycles, and then nothing ever stops. No. Yeah. So there you go.
There we are.
There you are.
Yeah. Okay. I had this like a feeling of peace. I had a very energized middle pillar exercise as I was talking us through it. It's like near the end, I was getting this like lightning bolts coming up through me, and it was like associated with like thinking of Jupiter, Zeus, and he was like he had the lightning bolts.
Yeah.
He was doing the lightning bolts in the Greek. Of course, it was Thor with the lightning bolts in the Nordic, but in the Greek and Roman, it's Zeus, the chief god with the lightning bolts.
Yep.
I thought of Odin as well, and energy was just moving through me, and so I saw this vista with lightning, and that it's an energy exchange with the planet and the atmosphere, and this energy exchange going on. And how this was, a great mystery, and, more primitive times when they didn't understand the science. It was just a total magic thing, this the lightning going on, this energy that blow trees up and start fires. And, it's a real dynamic, and Then I got Cosmos too, Cosmos stuff, and the turnings in the solar system and planets and galaxies, and I got this idea of going through the larger cycles. I mean, if you think of like the age of Aquarius and these larger cycles that it's hard for us to grasp, because it's a 27,000 year cycle. But that as we go through these cycles, that there's other even larger cycles, and that this idea that there's, I remember reading lately about that some sort of alignment. So they've figured out the center of our Milky Way galaxy, because we are on the outer edges of the Milky Way, is our galaxy. And that there's figuring I was reading our solar system is sort of becoming more in line with the plane of the galaxy, and this idea that in the galaxy center now they've figured out is around in tropical astrology is around in Sagittarius. I would have to recheck that up again, but they say it like so. Sagittarius would be, around December, before the solstice, like a few days before the solstice is when we're kind of aligning with the galactic center. And I was getting this, that there could be to expect unexpected, to expect like colors in the night sky, to expect like whether it's this December or some other time, but that our solar system actually takes us and our planet through different areas of space where there's different influences and stuff going on that can impact our solar system and impact us. Like where there's places where there's more gamma radiation, there's places where there's this, there's places where there's that in space, and it's all part of these natural larger cycles. And but then there's a reminder as well that somehow this is all unfolding, yet on a broader scale somehow there is not a limitation of time. Somehow there is this unfolding, cyclic unfolding. And in the natural world, like in the world of plants and animals, without like an ego mind needs to figure stuff out. In the natural world of plants and animals in nature, they're not. It's not a matter of time. It's about the cycles.
Yeah.
They're not measuring time like we do. It's more that there is somehow a timelessness, a huge moment, which has different characteristics as part of its cyclic workings. It's so hard to explain, but somehow, because on another plane there's not time, but nonetheless there is a process of expansion and discovery of the universe. that we're participating in. So it's kind of, I'm a bit, but yeah, stuff like that. And I go, oh.
Yeah.
And I got this idea of sort of gears too, and that, you know, like this clockworks. And it was, the clockworks were sort of like this steampunk giant clockwork thing doing who knows what, but it was just that it was a metaphor for these larger galactic cycles. And this goes around like this for a while, and then finally, because of something else, other gears, something else clicks in.
Oh, like one of those things with the planets.
Yeah.
There was something like that built.
Yes.
Yes.
Although it wasn't planets depicted in this, but just that idea
it's
all, there's this interconnectedness that even our science has yet to kind of fathom.
Wow.
And there was some other more personal stuff. I got this giant Pegasus, it was so beautiful, and but it was just sort of there, and I tried to visualize it as much as I could because I thought it was so beautiful and stay with it, but I wasn't flying on it or anything. I thought of, again, something that came up in a previous meditation around my departed teacher Phyllis and my departed grandma Mutsi as both kind of, and I thought, this was a good opportunity to ask for good things. Expansion in our lives,
and the Pegasus,
and the Pegasus. And I got this thing about a theater, like, anyway, I have to build a theater.
Oh, all right. Okay. As soon as we have that piece of property, we'll build that.
That's the theater / basketball court, whatever.
No, basketball court.
Well, the theater you take the seats, come and go, because it's also a party room.
Oh, all right. I was picturing something
Not
more
formal
outdoors,
sense.
like an amphitheater.
Oh, amphitheater outdoors. Okay,
Yeah.
We'll do that too.
Yeah.
Well, I did get that. Thanks for reminding me of the whole close and near the end of the meditation. It was like I was in this ancient Greek play with like the seats, you know, how the amphitheater in ancient Greece, where all these seats in stone in a semicircle with the stage was like this small building with pillars and of all marble, and I was shown that in those days there would be wooden structures on and walls. There would be a backstage built by wooden structures. It wasn't just like kind of all stone,
right?
And steps and stuff. But and all the actors would have different masks on, like a heavy mask, kind of so that with the expression of the character, and so that people could see them from far.
Wow.
So I think it was in a play in ancient Greece.
Okay.
And but and also this thing about this a night with like, it came to any warlike person like that, but like it was a real fancy night, real fancy, like steel kind of armor and fancy, but didn't help a bunch.
In ancient Greece?
No, this is a different ancient time now.
Oh,
okay. Totally different. Greece is
okay.
the actor on stage.
Okay.
Then there was this other thing, late Middle Ages, heavily armored knight on a big horse.
But not a Pegasus.
Not a Pegasus. No, this was more like a past life things.
Yeah. Interesting.
So lots to think about. And then I did this thing, which I'll have to show us. I'll include more formally once. And we'll look it up and we'll teach it properly, but it's called the interwoven light exercise, which is similar. And where it comes in handy is if you have a meditation or you have an experience in a meditative state that you want to really kind of assimilate, or it feels so good, or you want to, I got to keep some of this. It's this whole process where you imagine like sort of mummy straps of light going all around. You wrap yourself starting at the feet, wrap yourself in this imaginary fabric all the way up, and you wrap yourself up in this too. It's called the interwoven light. It's not interwoven, it spirals up really, but for some reason it's called the interwoven light exercise, and it's a way of kind of, if you think, oh, that was a great experience, you do the interwoven light on yourself, and it's like to absorb it more.
Oh, neat. I like that.
So we'll look that up for you.
We'll have to go with that. Yeah, we'll have to do that.
Okay, we'll do that
If
sometime.
anybody's interested.
On another time.
Yeah,
Another
so
video.
tell us what you thought, and we're going to switch over to Messenger now and just do private chat with whoever's there. Hopefully somebody's there.
You know, I guess, yeah.
Right?
Righto. So comment in the comments and
Or join
try
us
to
on
catch us in this
the
messenger group.
SCC Messenger group. Yeah.
Okay. But we're not going to call you, because then we'll be bugging people that
Yeah.
watch us.
You call us.
You call us.
SCC Magical Group.